Hello, Mon here. You can call me Archer, and I'm here to answer the 3 questions that I got. One of them takes a lot longer than the others, and that is how do I do my makeup? And that is a very good question. My cat just came in the door. It scared me. So, I'm gonna put some music on, and I'm gonna show you how I do my makeup. It's not really complicated. You kind of, once you learn like the basics of Jay's face, you can kind of just go with it. I don't know, I've done the makeup like 3-4 times now. Okay, I guess I'll show you what I use. So I have 2 different concealers, the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous, one I've used for a long time, and then this e.l.f. one that's like a combination concealer and highlighter. And then I have this thing that's literally just like from Family Dollar, but it's just like semi-solid foundation, I guess. Actually, it is solid, but I don't know how to say it. I have this brownish reddish colored, I'm guessing it's a blush, that I wouldn't be able to tell you where it's from because it's probably very old because I got it from my grandmother's house. And recently I haven't been using this eyeshadow, and I've only been using my brow color because I couldn't find my eyeshadow. But now that I found my eyeshadow, I can not waste my brow color. So I'm probably going to be using this brown for eyes, and then this Beauty 360 thing is my brow color. And then I have some brushes here, and I have like some random brushes in my makeup kit. If I feel like it, I'll put some primer on, but I don't really feel like it right now. And I also have some translucent powder that's running out very fast. I got my Dr. Pepper, I've got my music. Let's get started, shall we? So the first thing I do is just basically cover up any redness I don't want to see. Because Jay is very pale, and he doesn't really have any unevenness in his skin. And then with this, I basically just do the same thing and start to cover the dark circles under my eyes. Okay, so now that I've done that, I cover up my dark circles even more with this stuff, and it's important to do that, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay, that's done. I don't always do a full face of base, by the way. It's only if I feel like it. Sometimes I'll just cover red spots and my eyes, like not my whole face. But anyways, next is probably the most important part of this makeup that really makes it look like Jay, which is making your eyes look farther apart. I recently realized the thing with Jay is that it's not really that his eyes are farther apart. Well, yeah, his eyes are farther apart, but it's because his nose up here is very wide. And therefore, that is an important part of this look. So the first time I did this, I basically just guessed. And let me get some brushes out. In order to make my eyes like farther apart, I kind of instead of doing this right at the corner of my eye, I go in a little bit and then I start from there. So, and then after I start it right here, I bring it down into like a secondary dark circle that Jay's would be instead of like where mine actually is. So I do that. Okay, that color is done, and now what I do is, usually I would take my brow color, but let's see, well, they're about the same shade, should be fine. So now I'm gonna take this dark brown and just layer it over this, lightly. Alright, now that I've done that, I have a red spot right here. I must have actually accidentally brushed something off. But anyways, now that that's done, oh wait, I kind of want to bring this up a little more. Okay, now, like I said, Jay has a wide nose, so it's important that you contour your nose to look like that. I think usually I just use the same dark brown color that I just used for contouring, or maybe like the red first and then like the thing. But this part doesn't always turn out perfect, but I just try my best. So basically, just contour out here, right? And then bring it in like this. I hope that makes sense. Jay's nose is pretty squished, so now what I do is put the contour color just on the underside of my nose everywhere. After this, I'm gonna do my chin. Obviously, I have a much different jawline than Jay does. I'm also squishy down here, so it does take quite a bit. For this one, I actually am gonna start with the more reddish brown color that I used on the eyes, and I'm just gonna draw out the base. What I really focus on is getting that curve in there that Jay's jaw does. I don't really know how to explain it, but you know, like that curve that you see on his jawline. And I know this color looks weird, but when I make my GIFs, it doesn't show up because I also put the brown color over it. So put a lot. Oops, messed it up a little bit. Put a lot right under here to hide my double chin, because that's what you gotta do when you cosplay skinny white boys. And that's that. And then I'll go back to that dark brown color and just use it here. like on the edge of the shadow. Now I know it does look super harsh, but I kind of need that because I'm so squishy. Okay. Now to what I think the most important part is, which is making your second dark under eye distinguished, or like hiding your first dark circle to accentuate your second dark circle, if that makes sense. Well, basically what I do, this is basically just this highlighting. So I'll take like a tiny bit of this and dot it around where I want my second eye bag to stop, and don't put too much because then it will just get messy. But yeah, and then I just blend that out. My webcam is very fuzzy, so I tend not to worry too much about harsh lines because they probably won't show up when I make my low quality GIFs. I'm just fixing up a couple things here. Give me a second. I can be very particular sometimes. Okay, that's better. And as you can see, it's working. I mean, it looks like my nose is wider and my eyes are wider. Hopefully. I mean, I think it does. It also might just be this lighting being the reason why I see more red than usual. Now, I was using the corrector side of this elf thing. Now I'm going to use the highlight side for basically everything. So like, where my fake eye bag, like the inside of it, and then my nose, I use it to, so I basically put it all over like the side to make it look wider, obviously. And then need it for my fake jawline. Oh, let me answer some of the other questions. The 2 other questions I got while I'm doing this. They're not really questions, they're just statements that people sent me that I thought was really funny. The first one is, I'm loving how much gay there is in this chili tonight. And I don't remember who asked that, but I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. What else do I need to do? I did my chin, did my eyes, did my nose. Sometimes I do like this thing, like your brow bone. You can do it if you want to. Not completely necessary. And then, except for my eyebrows, that's basically it. Sometimes if I really want my jawline to stand out, I'll take a white face paint stick and go along the edge. But for now, I'm not gonna do that because this video is already 25 minutes long and I have to edit it. But now I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and Jay's eyebrows are a very specific shape. They're like kind of flattish on the bottom and then round on the top. So just do that. I think the eyebrows look fine. A little messy, but it's fine. Now, last but not least. Oh, wait, before I do that, the other ask that I wanted to say, are you mad because my pussy pops severely and yours don't? And I gotta say, no, I'm not really mad. I'm sorry that you wanted a different answer, but I'm not mad. Anyways, it's time for the hat. Oh. I don't remember starting to film. That's fine. I mean, I guess while I'm here, I'll do the video. It's makeup all over the place. Okay. Hey, yeah, I just wanted to take a second and clean all the makeup up. So I guess this is the video where I'm going to answer some of the questions you guys gave me. I just want to say again, thanks a lot for interacting, I guess, and I mean, I really appreciate the guys. I mean, I really appreciate the support you guys have shown me so far. So, without further ado, I guess, I will answer your questions. Question 1 is, how gay are you? Well, usually, on a normal day, I'd say like 9 out of 10. Speaking of the devil, the next question is, if you and Tim weren't so close, would you date Seth? You know, this is a difficult question. Not that it, okay. It's a difficult question because it's hard to see in a different perspective. I mean, if I weren't so close with Tim, then I guess I would have a better opinion on whether or not I would date Seth. I mean, I'm sure I would. I mean, he's a really nice guy, and he's not unattractive, that's for sure. But, I mean, I guess short answer is yes. Third question is, what are your thoughts on the fact that you have a fan base, you know, with fan art and fan fiction? Yeah, I've found that to be the most interesting part of the whole Tumblr thing. I haven't really gone that much into it, but I have seen a couple things that have been reblogged onto my dashboard. I mean, the fan art is really cool. Like, so many of you guys are like really talented, and I mean, just people drawing me, it's like it's like the coolest thing ever, and you guys just have a lot of skill, and I really appreciate that. Fan fiction, on the other hand, I don't really know what that term means. I mean, fiction writing, fan fiction, I mean, is it like things that fans write? I mean, that sounds cool. I would love to read some. So, I mean, if you guys have any recommendations, I would appreciate that, because I don't really know where to find it or what it's even about, really. But yeah, that's what I think about the fan base. Well, what I think about having a fan base is it's kind of weird. Because all I really did was post these videos that displayed, you know, the things I was going through and how I was trying to solve this thing that was just torturing us all. and I don't know. It just surprised me that so many people found that to be content that they enjoyed. Um, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that they enjoyed it, but I guess thank you nonetheless. I really appreciate you guys. The next question is, why do you hate the Morse code guy so much but not Seth? Um, I mean, obviously I don't hate Seth. He's a friend. I have no idea who the Morse code guy is. I mean, when Seth messages me in code, it's binary. So, and the Morse code guy is just sending me really weird things about wolves and opening doors shouldn't be opened. I don't know. Getting cryptic messages at this point isn't the best thing because I'm trying to move on, and I mean, you probably understand. Next question. It's a good question. How long has it been since you slept? Well, I mean, I did sleep last night, but I can imagine why you're asking that, because I just look like this. I just look like this all the time. But I am tired most of the time. I have a horrible sleep schedule. The next ask I got is just, you're gay. And I have to agree. And then, final question I have here is, do you know of Scully? And yes, I know of Scully. Vaguely. I know that supposedly Scully is my alter ego, like Tim has Masky or Brian has Hoodie. Although I don't personally remember ever, well, of course I wouldn't remember, but I have no evidence that I ever went into that kind of state until I was talking to Tim about it, and he told me that he saw me with the mask on, and he didn't know what I was doing, but I had that mask on that everybody draws, Scully, and it scared me because though I have no idea how many times I was in that mask, what I did, if I hurt someone, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, hopefully we're just all past that now. But yeah, I do know Scully. Oh, hang on. I actually have one more question here that I didn't realize. And the question is, who in Marble Hornets is the least to most fuckable? I don't want to have to answer this question. Really. Because I'll just expose myself. But if I have to, I mean, I'll do it for you guys. So, my first choice would be Tim. My second choice, Brian. And then Seth. And then Alex. Sorry, Alex. Love you, but I still have things to get over. And then, as for the girls, like I said before, I'm gay. But, yeah, this video is about to reach 10 minutes, so I should stop it there, probably. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is Jay. J. Merrick.